Hello everyone and welcome to my next reaction to the Clone Wars. So I'm finishing up this story arc today and I'm so excited to see Ahsoka again. And if I have any hopes for these next two parts, I kind of hope that we kind of get a little insight into how she's just feeling about everything. I understand that ever since we last saw her, she's probably gone through a lot of complicated emotions and she's probably not done even processing all of it or anything like that. And I totally understand that in this typical, or this actual situation, she can't really be forthcoming with those things because she's not really being forthcoming with a lot of who she is or who she was and all of that stuff. So it's going to be interesting. I also really like the sisters, so I'm excited to continue the story arc. Let's get into it. Ah, well that's fitting.
The Pikes turned spice into something that ruins lives. So those lives would be on you.
Says who?
You can't profit from other people's suffering.
Damn.
Or at least
We got a regular Jedi here.
Oh!
What if I was?
You didn't tell her, did you?
Tell me what?
About why Trace and I keep our distance from the Jedi. Or any topsiders for that matter.
Oh, shut up, Rafa.
There was a prison break on the surface of Coruscant, where you live. Some gangster named Zero. Then came the Jedi. Some red-eyed alien protecting Zero blasted the engine of an ascending cargo transport. There was a populated landing platform right in the path of the ship, but the Jedi steered it clear of that, right into the portal wall.
Mom and Dad saw it coming. They got Rafa and I out. But they weren't so lucky.
Dark robes contrasting against her light green skin, penetrating eyes.
Oh.
She looked at me. She said, I had to make a choice, but not to worry. The Force will be with you.
Oh!
And Trace and I were left without parents, without a home, just left there to find our way in their system.
Wow. Wow. Okay, we don't need to
I've spent every
talk
day
about
since
the
building a
past.
new life for me and Trace. And it's about us, not depending on Jedi
I
or
take it all
these
back.
criminals. We make our own rules and we survive just fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is until Trace let you tag along.
Oh, okay, all right. No need to point the finger like that. Yeah, maybe we won't explore, you know, Ahsoka's past and how she's doing. Maybe let's not.
Which one?
Since that day, it's really been us versus everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Until you showed up. So why'd you bother with me?
Oh! Oh, stop. There we go. I mean, okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Prison break. This is interesting because Ahsoka might have to embrace the Force.
I'm gonna get one shot at this.
How'd you do that?
It wasn't me. I think there was a power outage, and the energy field turned off.
About time we caught a break.
Let's go get Trace.
Okay. This is interesting. Okay, girl, fight, 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 fight. All right, well, sure. Get it moving, girl.
We came to rescue you.
No, I was on my way to
All right,
you two.
we can argue about this later. My goodness. Oh, wait. Is she gonna give them an extra boost? Uh-huh.
Trace, we'll all be back for you. Let's get out of here. She won't make it. Hey, where'd she go? She didn't make it. That's terrible.
Ahsoka!
Cute.
How'd you do that? I'm more athletic than I look.
That's not
We
me.
don't have time to discuss this. Let's go.
This is interesting. I like this. Oh, God. Oh god, is he gonna get chopped and he's gonna get chippy chopped? Chippy chopped! Oh, chippy chopped! Oh no. Oh no.
Looks like you two are getting along better.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving. Come on.
Oh god. It's actually good they're separated because Ahsoka can be a lot more Jedi-like. Oh! It's kind of adorable. Oh, she's helping. Girl, dude, wait for the group!
I'm just trying to do what's best.
I believe that. Maybe some
Hey, you guys got
more
any
thought
credits?
into what jobs you take, but other than
Get out of here.
Are you looking for them?
Have you seen them?
oh great.
What's it worth to you?
Great. Love this.
All we have to do is find a way up there.
Forget about your ship.
This music is
Let's
too
check
happy.
The first thing.
There they are.
Uh-oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is happening? What are you... Hi.
I'm not sure. It could be the Jedi I met on Karlak. But if it is her presence could compromise our mission. Perhaps.
Oh my god.
Let's keep track of her. She could be of use to us.
Wait, what's going on? What's your mission? What you doing? What's going on?
You tried to cheat me. Did you honestly think you'd get away with fooling a Pike? When we find her, I'll torture her and find out everything we need to know.
Well, good luck with that. Oh, goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, not good. Not good. Hi.
I knew keeping them in the open would draw you out.
It's like this escape, and then you're prisoners again, and then you escape, and you're prisoners again. Are we watching Classic Who, or what's going on here? I don't know.
I never should have taken this job.
Well, sure, but it's okay.
We live and learn, Rafa.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. But for how much longer?
Oh, sure, that's another point. Not to be a downer, but yeah.
If we went through with my original deal, we'd be back on Coruscant counting our money
Okay,
right now.
yes,
But your
we've
original
been through
deal
this.
is the problem.
For you.
For me as well.
Everybody's done something.
I'm just
Siding with her.
only in this case, Rafa.
Oh my
But
god.
I look out for you. She's your friend today, but
We
what
need to
about
work
tomorrow?
together.
And
This
the
does
next
not-
day?
okay.
What about then?
This is not helping.
We each played a part in getting here. Now we need to do the same to get out. But we have to trust each other.
Yes, let's work
What choice
together.
do I really have?
And stop yelling about the same shit that we've been yelling about. You know what I mean? I mean, my goodness.
You have one rotation to bring back my spice. If you don't, I'll torture the information out of your friend here. My life depends on it as much as theirs.
You think he will find out about this?
He knows.
Oh.
He always knows.
Uh-oh.
I didn't scan the Jedi leaving with the others. What are you up to?
Interesting. I think I know the he that the lead Pike guy was talking about, but I don't want to say it and sound stupid. It might be Maul, right?
Exactly.
Because it maybe.
But she has no leverage.
Also with the
We don't have
Mandalorians.
to go back.
What she did back there, giving herself up for us, that's rare. You don't see that much.
Oh, so
That was her
sweet.
plan? Okay, but if that's true, how is she gonna escape?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna let her try because if she does, she'll hold it over my head.
Wait, You're going back to help her.
Shut up.
you're catching
I love her.
So how do we... Since I'm here, might as well do some good.
Damn. I love you, Ahsoka.
There must be some kind of mix-up. I'll clear it all up when I get on the ground.
Okay.
If you're half as good at flying as I am at this, we're in great shape.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell him it's your fault. So while you go get in trouble, I'm gonna
Okay.
start loading up my ship.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Damn.
Let's get moving.
You are but one small piece moving in this mechanism which I have designed, and yet, when you falter, it jeopardizes everything. Do you understand?
I'm so smart.
I understand. Just a week ago, they raided one of my shipments arriving on Coruscant.
Well, they're Jedi.
See, I'm so smart.
I don't know. None of my
Okay,
men
maybe it was
made out.
fairly obvious.
But
That's
the
okay.
answer is yes.
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
I am certain Crimson Dawn would love the opportunity to take control of your operation.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Let's find out where you are. Mandalore. What's Maul doing there?
I knew you were no petty smuggler. Who are you?
Nobody.
So where is this manager? Huh? Rafa, stop! There isn't one, is there? You little liar.
He's right behind you.
Ah.
You don't have authorization to
No,
be
no,
here.
no, no,
Shutting
no.
you down.
Hey, what do you know? I got your manifest right here!
Oh! I'm not gonna. Oh boy. No. Ow. Oh, okay. Sure. Wow. Okay.
Nice work. Come on.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
We know you are both working for the Republic and this Jedi.
Jedi.
Her?
Why didn't you tell me? How could I? After what you told me about your parents.
Wait, so you're actually a Jedi?
Was. Now is really not the time to explain all this.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you should have told me.
Time to go.
Well, if you're a Jedi, I assume you're a good shot. Yes. Then shoot something.
So, there we go. To be useful. Well. Oh boy. You have to have faith in her flying skills. Okay. Okay. Okay then.
Since the Pikes think I was an operative working for the Jedi, I don't think they'll come looking for you anytime soon. So maybe
Oh.
it's complicated.
No offense, but I don't want to hear your complicated story. Let me level
Oh.
with you. You might not think of yourself as a Jedi, but you act like one. Or at least how I want them to be.
She's right.
That is so
we got
sweet.
in over our heads. Without you, we'd be done for.
Oh
Jedi
my
or
god.
not. I
Delightful.
consider you my friend.
Isn't this sweet? Making friends?
Don't worry. Death Watch is gone. And now, you and I have a common enemy.
Oh my god.
Mom.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the
I
fuck?
need your help.
You know, this does make sense because
Sounds
okay.
like she needs your help.
Go. It's what you're meant to do.
Rafa's
Aw.
right. Let me keep my bike here. Just in case. Deal.
Okay. Okay. There's okay. Aw. Okay, you know what? It actually makes sense that Bo-Katan and Ahsoka would both cross paths, and I didn't really think about it until just now because of the fact that at least what I've seen in The Mandalorian, they seem to have some sort of friendly relationship, which I'm not sure you would say before this moment or whatever is about to happen. I don't mean friendly, but you know what I mean, like not super hostile. And I didn't really even think about that until I saw this last little bit. So interesting, very, very interesting. I'm sure there's a lot that's going to happen coming up. I mean, obviously, we're getting to the end of this. It's a lot. Okay, I want to talk about this story. I really liked it. And one, I have to say, I really like the sisters. I think that they are great characters that give a little bit of insight into, how the Jedi can affect just everyday people, and in good ways. We've seen so many times in good ways and helping people. But there is always a cost of war. There's always a cost of, everything that's been going on. And I loved that that story that they talked about with their parents dying, and how, it's even a moment that we can all kind of like clock in our heads and everything, that, they lost everything that day. And they gotta, may the force be with you, or whatever, and which is probably the equivalent of like thoughts and prayers or something like that, which really, I guess nice sentiment, but it doesn't really help anything. I love that we had two very different approaches to how they dealt with this having to survive on their own. There is a very jaded one and a very kind of hopeful one. I really liked Rafa. I thought she was great. I liked them both. I really did. But I kind of liked that she was just very open and honest with what she needed to do to survive. And she doesn't really apologize too much for that. Should she have taken the job? Maybe not. Should Trace have dumped the spice? Maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs, right? But what I liked is that they kind of all sort of banded together, worked together, and there wasn't really any point with these sisters. I think as much as even Rafa would be jaded or whatever to everything, she still wanted to help Ahsoka. Now, she tried to pass it off as like, well, I just don't want Ahsoka to hold it over my head or whatever. But I think she's a good person deep down in her heart. And they were great people for Ahsoka to sort of come across during this journey of hers. Obviously, everything we saw with Ahsoka, the Jedi have flaws. Any group of people are going to have, or organization like that, or, whatever, especially when you're thrust into war. They're not going to do everything perfectly. That's kind of, that it's pretty inevitable. And obviously, there are casualties of, them trying to do the right thing. And that's a heartbreaking realization. It's just, and did this story really focus on, where Ahsoka's headspace is as much as I would have hoped? Probably not, but I think the ending was really nice, where, Ahsoka, no matter what, is going to try to do the right thing. And that's what makes her a really great Jedi, and I think, when we started this journey with her, it felt almost naive at times, but at the end of the day, she's always really held on to doing the right thing. I think that's why in that story where they, she was being framed, that I was even saying, I was like, are we kidding with this bullshit? like Ahsoka of all people you're trying to frame. I mean, out of all of the Jedi, I feel like she is like one of the few that like I would, if any of them knew her, and a lot of them did, a lot of them fought alongside her, a lot of whatever, she would not. She has this like moral compass that is really strong and sometimes maybe too strong, you know what I mean? But like, it's just, oh my God, it was just, I remember just being like, her? Really? You think you're gonna do this with her? I mean, and they almost did. They were almost successful, so, you know, what the fuck do I know? But, you know, it's who she is at the core, and that's the point I'm trying to make, and I think that it was just really beautiful to see these characters kind of reinforce that. And, you know, throughout this whole thing, you know, obviously she's hiding how she's using her powers and stuff like that, which I found adorable and sweet and everything. And I loved this dynamic between the sisters and her and everything like that. And you're almost like, especially after they talked about how their parents died, you know, I think we're almost like sitting here going like, oh God, how are they going to react? Is it going to be horrible once they find out? And sure, they seemed a little betrayed and they were a little, you know, whatever. But they felt like she should have told them the truth or whatever. But at the end of the day, they were kind of just like, you know, the Jedi are going to exist. Barring anything coming up. But like, the Jedi are going to exist regardless. We might as well. Like, we would feel better if it was somebody like you. And that was really sweet. I liked that a lot. Very, very sweet. You know, I would say that this wasn't the most, like, important arc or anything like that, but it was a great look into where Ahsoka is now. And I enjoyed watching it a lot. I thought it was great. Me guessing that it was Maul, which I'm aware is probably fairly obvious. I'm just always really proud of myself when I guess something correctly in like the Star Wars universe, because you know, obviously the Pikes were associated with him before, and we see like Bo-Katan showing up, and it's like okay, so it all sort of, you know, all roads pointed there anyway. But I'm still gonna be proud of myself, because sometimes this universe is just so huge that like sometimes, I don't know, like you forget certain things, or not forget, but like you're just not focused on, like the whole thing with at the end of this arc, where I was like, oh yeah, at some point, and we're running out of episodes, like something has to happen, right, with Bo-Katan and Ahsoka? Well, maybe not if something maybe happens in like another show. I guess that's true. But I was kind of, you know, that ending, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, it seems like they talk relatively positively about, you know, one another in The Mandalorian, so you would think something happens. Anyway, I'm down for it. Whatever, I don't know what they're up to or what they're gonna do, but, you know, I'm down. Seems like Bo-Katan wants to go after Maul, and, you know, I support that. Chop him in half. He really hates that. But this was great. I loved this story. I definitely think I like the second two parts a little bit better than the first two, but I think it was just the first episode felt very introductory, like we're introducing these characters, and the rest I felt was like getting more into the dynamics between them and everything kind of going forward. So I really, really enjoyed that. All right, I think that is about it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.